evening and welcome. I am Amarachi Ubani. Tonight, the People's Democratic Party accuses the president of dictatorship, also faults the APC on the happenings in the Senate. APC dismisses PDP's allegation just as the presidency dissociates itself from allegations leveled against the Senate president. More visitors throng the home of Helen Awolowo, federal government office to assist in her funeral. And Pope Francis meets former Cuban leader Fidel Castro on the first visit to the communist-ruled island. We begin tonight with accusations by the People's Democratic Party that the All Progressives Congress and the present leadership are allegedly pursuing policies aimed at destroying the nation's democracy and imposing what it describes as dictatorship in the country. In a statement today, the National Publicity Secretary of the party, Chief Olisa Metu, asked the federal government to come to terms with the fact that democracy requires accountability, adherence to the rule of law, and constitutional order, and not the crass infractions, executive arrogance, intolerance, and undermining of the legislature. In his words, has the President Muhammadu Buhari-led government not exhibited all the trapping despotism, including ruling without the constitutional components of a cabinet, persistent abuse of power, corrupting of democratic institutions, quest to appropriate the National Assembly in spite of the principle of separation of powers, invasion of state government and personal houses, injection of confusion into the judiciary, and hounding of individuals perceived to be against its interests. End of quote. The All Progressives Congress has dismissed as unnecessary what it calls the PDP seizes accusations. APC's National Publicity Secretary, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, in response to the PDP's allegations, warned the opposition party to stop distracting the Buhari administration from its onerous task of reviving the country's fortune. In his words, the PDP is wondering why we're not responding to the wild accusations emanating from their fertile imagination. It is because we consider the accusations nothing but irritant. Alhaji Lai Mohammed says Mr. Metu's assault on the Buhari administration's anti-corruption battle is a futile attempt at saving his own neck and that of his party. But unfortunately, it's too late for them. It's too late in the day for them, going by the quantum of allegations against them. So says Mr. Lai Mohammed. Reports say 50 senators met at a private office in Abuja today on the face-off between the Code of Conduct Bureau and the Senate President. Senators who say, although they back the anti-corruption war of the president, accuse the presidency of instigating the Code of Conduct Bureau against the Senate President. It was learned that Senator Saraki was not part of the meeting, but after exhaustive deliberations, the senators agreed to defend the Senate as an institution and its leadership. Some of the senators who attended the meeting include Senator Samuel Anyanwu, who is from PDP Imo East, Senator Dino Melaye, APC Kogi West, Senator Binta Gabamasi, APC Adamawa North, and Senator Hope Uzodinma of PDP Imo West. In the meantime, the presidency has dissociated itself from the trial of the Senate President, Bukola Saraki. In a statement made today by his media assistant, Garba Shehu, the president clearly distanced himself from the happenings in the National Assembly, insisting that the Code of Conduct Bureau and the Code of Conduct Tribunal are independent agencies. According to Mr. Shehu, as an independent institution equal to any superior court of record, a tribunal is set up by the Constitution to determine the issue of default, false declaration, or forgery in assets declaration. He says the ongoing process is therefore purely a judicial process. So elections now and preparations are in gear for the governorship elections in Edo State in 2016, which have taken another dimension with the exodus of some heavyweights from the People's Democratic Party. Former governorship candidates Lucky Masseon, State Deputy Chairman Christopher Desoto, and former member of the House of Representatives and Deputy Governorship candidates in the 2012 elections, Honorable John Abolagba, among others, led over 5,000 of their supporters into the All Progressives Congress. Governor Adams Oshiomhole received the decampees by presenting them with a broom, which is a symbol of the APC.
A show of massive celebration by the All Progressives Congress APC faithful at the Rockwater Hall in Benin City, the Edo State capital. APC! APC! It's for the arrival of new members, a strong delegation of decampees from the People's Democratic Party PDP. Former Deputy Governor Lucky Manswen leads the line of the latest APC members.
My message to my brothers and sisters left in PDP. This train has 3 more stops. The first one is taking off today at the King Square. And I am joining it with my friends and my brothers. 2 more stops. I appeal to you that in the next few days and weeks ahead, the remaining ones who are viable and doable will be joining this train.
A remarkable day for the APC, as Governor Adams Oshiomhole emphasizes.
Today, the only political elephant that is left in the PDP Savannah Forest has decided, along with his brothers and sisters across Edo South, Edo North, to be here to formally renounce their membership of the People's Democratic Party PDP.
With the electorate looking forward to the 2016 gubernatorial elections in Edo State, political parties continue to intensify preparations towards the polls.
Nobody should.
Now, the People's Democratic Party in Anambra State is requesting that the APGA-led government make public the statements of accounts showing income and expenditure of the 21 local government councils of the state. The state chairman of the PDP in Anambra State, Kenema, is accusing the administration of Governor Willie Obiano of allegedly usurping the administrative functions of the local government by channeling monies meant for them to the state. In response, the State Publicity Secretary of the APGA, Chinedu Nkwanta, maintains that the governor has shown a high level of prudence in the management of the state's resources and that the relationship between the state and local government remains cordial.
The duty and functions of the elected local government council chairmen and councillors in the state have been usurped by the state government, whereby Governor Willie Obiano, through his commissioner, is now in charge of disbursement of the funds accruing to the 21 local government areas from the federation account and has diverted same for use at the state level. The governor of Anambra State is most respectfully requested, pursuant to the Freedom of Information Act of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, to make public the statement of account showing income and expenditure of the 21 local government councils in the state since inception of the Governor Willie Obiano administration.
We share the same populace, the state and the local governments. So there is a synergy, there is a harmony between the local governments and the state in terms of the expenditures. It is not just about what is due to the local governments, it's also about what is due to the states. I want to assure you that the government of Willie Obiano, APGA government in Anambra State, is doing everything possible to provide the dividends of democracy from the Anambra.
Dignitaries from all walks of life have been paying their last respects to the family of the late Helen Awolowo, who passed away at the age of 99. Some of the visitors who have paid their respects are governors, past and present, ministers, former President Olusegun Obasanjo, and Vice President Yemi Oshibajo. Our correspondent Oreoluwa Shunibare reports.
The home of late political sage Obafemi Awolowo in the Kenema State, southwest Nigeria, is in a sober mood. The matriarch of the family, H.I.D. Awolowo, has passed on. Unexpectedly, well wishes throng the residents to commiserate with the family. Political stalwarts of the late Premier, governors past and present, are here. Their messages are that of consolation to the mourners and praise for the departed.
When her husband was arrested and incarcerated because of still felony trial, Ma visited all the aides, associates, and fathers of her husband who were in various prisons in the country. She went to visit them one by one. She was a great woman. She was an amazing that was worthy of being emulated by those who really want to make a success of womanhood.
Former President Olusegun Obasanjo also visits the family and adds his voice.
We must thank God because I have lived through the vicissitudes of life, but they have died in peace.
The Vice President of Nigeria, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, is a grandson-in-law and speaks on the woman.
I believe that her memory, just her memory, will be best served by the kind of nation that we want to see. A united nation, a nation where we don't identify ourselves by our tribe, but where we just know that we are all Nigerians. That's the kind of nation that she lived for. And I believe that that's the kind of nation that she believed she would see before she died.
Popularly described as the jewel of inestimable value, Hannah Idowudidolu Awolowo was indeed a treasure who will live in the hearts of not just those who knew her closely, but the nation will remember her as a woman who held the touch of women seeking a voice. Orolu Ashonibare, Channels Television News.
In part two, after the break, a police officer allegedly kills a woman in Lagos. That's in a moment. Please stay with us.